Hi, I'm Nan Wetherhorn, and I met Kate, let's see, I actually listened to her videos, I got emails about her videos on procrastination, and I know nobody else out there procrastinates, but I do. So I listened to her videos, and then I called her to talk to her about a half VIP day. Yeah, and that was in November of 2014. So that was when I first met Kate. And I will go back a little bit. I am a nurse and have been a nurse in ICUs for over 30 years, adult, pediatric, and neonatal ICUs. And I was a fundraiser. I was what they call a major gifts officer, so I asked people for 6- and 7-figure gifts to the various organizations I worked for in Boston. So cold calls and being persistent is part of the job. So that's why when I talked to Kate about cold calls, I said, are you kidding? I'm calling all of my old donors and asking them, would you like to know more about my business? And from working with Kate, she took care of my procrastination and the overwhelming feeling that I couldn't do this. So from November, when we did the half VIP day, I signed up for the Brilliance program, and I'm very glad I did, because she keeps me focused, because I tend to kind of go off of focus a lot. And our monthly calls are like, did you do, and then I have the accountability calls with Debbie. And I'm very fortunate that starting in January, I got my first client. And that was really wild, because they found me on the internet. I don't know these people, and I still, the first client, I've never met her in person. We've only talked on the phone, and I helped her get her mother from a facility that wasn't working to one near her. So I did all the research, and I helped her. And she said, I wish I'd met you in November. And I'm like, oh, darn, I wish I'd started sooner. Because she said we would have avoided all of the pain and anguish we've had with my mother. She would never have had the first surgery. And that caused her to go downhill over several months. And her mother just passed away. So I keep in touch with all my clients. And so after that, I've had, everybody's found me from the internet. But now I actually have, my donors have called me and said, I hear you're moving to Miami. And I said, yes. I said, great. We have some wealth managers we want to put you in touch with that are in Palm Beach. I'm like, okay. So they are setting up a meeting with me and their wealth managers for the beginning of July.
And that wasn't even in your
No.
thought process.
No.
So just for all of you out there, think about it. Maybe you've been thinking, wouldn't it be cool to go here or go there? And this is something that wasn't something right in Nan's immediate presence, and you're now putting this together.
Yes. Well, I've always wanted to live at the beach. But when I first talked to you for the half VIP day, I said, I've always wanted to live at the beach, and I thought about moving to Miami or somewhere like that. And she goes, why don't you? And I said, oh, no. No, I can't leave Boston. I've been here since 1982. No. I've got all these contacts here. Well, I could do my business just as well from Miami, and after this winter, there is no way that I would stay here. And it just so happens that I put my condo on, when I make a decision, it's done. And so my condo's on the market at the end of this month, and I'll move in September. So yes.
And one thing can we share is that even though Nan is calling herself a procrastinator, the one thing I do know about you is that when we have our coaching sessions, you are like, what else, and you do everything.
I do, yeah.
So can you explain how you consider yourself a procrastinator, yet you take all the action you need to take? So what's going on there? Because there's a lot of procrastinators out in the audience.
Well, because, yeah, I'm a procrastinator in certain things, and I just think it carries over to everything. Yes, I'm very task-oriented, an ICU nurse usually is. You give me a task, and I will accomplish everything on my list, or pretty close. But it's things that I leave off the list, and it's more the other parts of my life, like cleaning the house and doing all of those little things. If people saw my house right now, it would look like something had exploded inside, because I'm packing and they're getting ready to show my house. So for that, I procrastinated with things I don't like. I put off till I am doing it the night before. So
what is helping you
why.
now? Because with work, when I give you an action step, you take it.
Yeah.
So why is that for the procrastinators out in the audience?
Because I'm held accountable by Debbie and by you. Yeah, I know I have to report off to you, and I'm like, oh, shoot, I haven't done that. I better get done. That call is tomorrow. And even when I was away for 2 weeks, I sent an email to Debbie before I left. Said, I'm going away, but I've done this, this, and this, just so you know. So yeah. But for me, it's to move my business forward. And I am one of those who thought, yeah, they're never going to pay me this much money to do this. I know there's other people doing it. And this is a very new business in the United States. It's only 1,000 people doing this, and less than a third of the people have any healthcare background that are doing healthcare advising or patient advocacy. So, yeah, and Kate said talk to some concierge medicine doctors, which I've done, and to my great surprise, they are so delighted to talk to me and to say, I might have some people you can work with, because they're going to see other doctors and they don't come back to me and tell me what the doctor says, and the doctors don't always tell me everything. So it's just a line of communication in healthcare is broken, and that's what I bring to it. So,
Thank you for sharing.